Go.
Okay, the trees all have personal shields that we will have to disrupt. We leave to scan the trees from the gypsy and immediately find 2 blips. We go and fight the trees, get them knocked down, get their shields knocked down, disable them with the rocket launcher, and Vin is able to disable them and reprogram them. Whenever we get through all of the trees, Demi tries to disable their EMP rocket launcher because she didn't trust these sciencey types, but it unfortunately backfired on her, and she got disabled herself. Oof, is what I put in my notes. Abby asks Kira if she can stay for dinner, or if we can stay for dinner, and we do so. Demi sends another message to her mysterious contact. Orson goes through the data that he found on the rated science ship. Is like a PowerPoint presentation of like stage 1, which was traveling through known orbits to find likely candidates for testing. Well, this information looks like it's about 50 years old. They had 2 individuals at the time that they were using for testing. And then we decide to head to Altair to pick up the fine-ass tea set. But we stop by the First Century Station and interrogate the survivor from the pirate raid. His name was Schwalb. He used to work. Schwalb.
How should be pronounced that way?
Schwalb. He says that he used to work for Captain Reno, and that they that there was a heist that is under works for planning. Some criminal organization is looking for someone to pose as a fake security team to help them steal some food that is being sent as an outreach program to the frontier. If we were interested in doing this heist, we should contact Jessup. The current mood in the crew is, however, is that we should do something of a reverse heist to ensure that these pirate criminal scum can't steal food out of the mouths of needy people in the frontier. And that's where we left off. We're at First Century Station.
Awesome. So, thank you for that, C. You can have your inspiration as usual. Yeah, you guys are stopped at First Century Station. You have jobs pulling you in 2 directions now. It's kind of, I imagine, time-wise, close to evening. After a while of travelling. What would you like to do?
I would like to check the docks and the surrounding area of this station for any sort of Lorian presence.
Make an investigation check.
Can I have help from somebody in the ship?
Can I assist using the scanner?
You may.
Okay. So I'll roll with advantage, or should I let H roll?
No, you can roll with advantage.
I was gonna open that she could roll. Man, even with advantage, that blowed. 9.
9. Yeah, you don't see any.
Okay.
So, Captain, you were gonna maybe look at for the station archives, so we could look at for this Jessup.
Yeah, see if there's any kind of bounties on them or anything like that.
Yeah.
Known activities.
Okay. So the only thing you know about him is the moniker Jessup, and you're not sure it's even his real name. So I'll let you make an investigation check at disadvantage.
God damn it. Went from a Kraken to a 4.
Oh.
Yeah, not able to find any real detail on this guy.
Well, this is just kind of a stopover before we continue on our way to Altier to get the tea set, right?
Correct.
So it might be our only opportunity to spend some of our money.
Mm-hmm. For a little while.
Okay. Well, I would like to go shopping. Would anybody else like to go with me?
I'll come with you. I don't really think I'm needing anything, but company's good.
Well, I figure it'd probably be best if I have the buddy system for a little while.
That is an excellent observation.
Yeah, just following the doc's orders.
For once.
I mean, I always am accommodating to the doc.
Yes, you're one of few people that still lets me use clamps.
You mean it's optional?
What?
Bitch.
Shouldn't have said that, Doc. Yeah, one less person's gonna let you use the clamps.
I mean, people that let me use them know the benefit of them. That's what they let me. Obviously, they work much better.
Yeah,
I suppose I am alive, and I probably shouldn't be.
See?
Right, well, come on, H, let's go see what kind of damage we can do in our savings account.
Let me know if there's anything interesting out there.
Will do, ma'am. Any special requests?
She looks pointedly at Orson.
That was all out of character, so
No,
she doesn't.
You know, any weapons, armors, things like that? Cool little gadgets that might, help us, I don't know, whatever. In a reverse heist?
Is that the official title now?
It works, doesn't it? I mean, I tell you what, on the security job, that's what we're going to call it, the security job.
Probably raise a few less eyebrows.
Why would people be raising eyebrows?
Because they got them.
Oh, good point.
Can I roll to do the rock eyebrow raise?
No.
I mean,
Okay.
I already was doing.
I would. Yeah. Let's go.
Alright. So, you head out into First Century Station. It's, again, a lot like Zuva, like, they're made by the same company and everything, so, very similar surroundings, but this place is definitely much, much smaller. Like, Zuva, take days to walk around. This place you could probably do in just about a day, so big, but not as big as Zuva. What kind of thing are you looking for?
Just something fun, really. Any sort of I think, does everyone on the ship have a comms unit at present?
I have one.
I think
No,
everyone
I
has
do.
it, yeah.
I don't
Okay.
think I do, personally.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna get a comms unit for Orson.
unless you already bought everybody one, I didn't start with one because I didn't have the money.
Nah. I'm gonna get a comms unit for Orson.
Sure.
And I'm gonna get some night vision goggles for myself if I can.
Mm-hmm.
And is there any kind of fun, kind of techie thing that's not in the player guide that?
Yeah, so there's one sort of slightly shady looking weapon shop that draws your eyes. Kind of looks like the sort of place that would be the spiritual home of the Dragon Slayer. And just sort of I don't know, piques your interest, and you head that way. Inside, it's one of those places where there's like 3 feet of shop, and then the counter, and the counter is, you know, pretty much all there is, and everything's behind there. You see this huge sort of like greenish blue blotch skin alien kind of creature, like leaning over. His arms are like thick as your shoulders, and he's sort of hulking, you know, probably 7-8 feet above you. Has like a hardened kind of sharp spike of bone, like sticking out his chin, kind of like a rhinoceros horn. And his eyebrows and sort of ears are all like rimmed with spikes. And he's like chewing on a like very kind of thick old cigar that you can see is like peeling apart and moist, like at the bit in his mouth. And he sort of like licks his lips and looks down at you and says, "What do you want?"
I'm interested in perusing your fine wares.
Well, I don't take kindly to peruses. You got something specific you're looking for?
Something fun? I got all these guns, and she'll kind of like gesture to like the 2 on her hip and like the 1 on her back. But you know, I'm always looking for something new and exciting.
Okay. I think I got some. And he like turns and kind of walks back like behind a curtain. And then you see like a little bit later the sort of chin spike and the rest of his head kind of looks through, and you can tell he's like looking through the curtain to make sure no one can see him. Before he walks out and places 3 items on the counter in front of you. The first is what appears to be a pair of wooden boomerangs, though both of them have red and black wires kind of surrounding them, and what appears to be a seismic frag charge strapped to them with some pretty beefy looking duct tape. The second is a pouch of small flat discs about 1 inch in diameter that have little kind of like light blue sort of dots in the center. And the third just looks to be an average pistol.
Alright, how about you tell me about these?
Well, these, and he points to the boomerangs, I call the don't miss rangs. I don't know if I really need to explain them all that much.
You throw them and they blow up when they get to where they're going?
Yeah, but, well, if you don't hit nothing, where they're going happens to be you.
Right, and Demi will kind of pick one up. Do they seem well weighted? Like,
yeah,
where,
you,
like,
you
throwing
think,
them would
you
be...
think you could throw them pretty well.
Do they look like they take, like, dex or strength to throw?
You reckon dex?
Alright.
And then he'll move on to the little pouch and he says, These, well, I actually don't know what they're called, but, well, you throw one, and it covers the whole place in ice. About 10 feet circle. You know, ship trying to take off, throw one of these. Might be able to freeze it, stick it down for a while. Trying to make a place slippy.
Yeah, how many of them are in there?
There's 5 in there. But
Yeah.
I can maybe source you more in a couple weeks.
That's good to know. In this pistol.
Well, it's how you say, a good insurance. It's actually, and he'll pick it up, but not the normal way. He's holding it with the barrel like pointing to the ground, and the stock, I guess, the handle pointing at you. Reverse. So if someone tries to take it off you, you can't shoot them, or they can't shoot you. And you can see that the like bottom of the stock of the gun there is actually the barrel, it seems. So you basically hold the gun kind of upside down, or not upside down, but the wrong way around.
That's interesting. How much you wanting for all these?
All of them?
Well, just give me the prices in general.
Well, the
And
ranks.
if you're gonna offer me a discount for all of them, then feel free to tell me that too. And Demi grins at him widely.
Well, we'll say $450 for the lot.
Oh, that sounds like a mighty fine deal. You got anything that could make my tried and trues a bit more interested?
Well, and he kind of sees that you didn't really flinch at the price, and so he's like, "Ah, she must have a lot of money."
Can I double check that? Was it 450 or like 4,500?
4,500. Oh, 450. 450.
Okay, cool.
And he goes, "Well, I don't have many attachments, but I do have. Yeah." And he'll turn back through the curtain. He returns a little while later with a large wooden crate. He places it on the thing, kind of crowbars up the top, and you can see it's like that sort of, I don't know, shredded papery packaging stuff. And he pulls out a really fancy looking kind of sniper rifle-esque thing, but the barrel on it is huge in diameter. I don't really know much about guns. What's the word? Caliber.
Caliber.
It's extremely high caliber. He says,
Record
"This
out what
is."
kind of gun?
Pardon?
No, we go. There you go.
He
It was a
says,
sniper gun.
yeah, sniper kind of gun. He says, "This is like one of them anti-personnel rifles."
And what's the comparison to it to a regular bolt rifle?
So this is very, very heavy, but it has a range of only has a range of 200 feet, but it deals 2d12 laser damage, and it also has very expensive ammunition. It needs specific ammunition that costs 25 units per shot. It's in the doc.
Oh, I see. No, I think I'll stick with my regular guns, but I will take these rings and the discs and pistol off of you.
Well, alright then. Sighs and, like, puts the box back together and, like, shoves it back through the curtain.
Can she get the comm and the night vision goggles from him as well?
Not from him.
Okay.
But there's other places you can just get them.
Oh, okay, okay. Cool.
You have any pieces that could be used to make something interesting?
Well, I'm something of a gunsmith, so I've always got spares lying around. What sort of thing you looking for?
Anything to make something new? Something interesting, something no one's ever seen before.
Well, I don't. I got death android head and a 400-year-old pistol stock. Maybe you put them together and make a head gun or something.
What else you got? Put some stuff in a box, and I'll just take the lot.
Yeah? How much?
200
200. Oh,
units worth.
all right. One moment. Yeah, he'll go away and come back with a kind of sealed wooden crate.
Done?
Thank
Done
you.
then?
Thank you for your thank you for your time.
Yeah, no worries.
What's your name? If I can if I pass by this way again, I might, want some more.
You point above his head and you look up and you see like a kind of half flickering neon sign that says Benny's Gun Shop, but the E, N, and N in Benny's are designed to look like teeth around in a mouth, and the E is gold, and it's just very trashy.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Benny. See you next time we're around in First Century.
See you around.
All
Give
right.
you a weird look at each as you go.
She takes her box of guff.
Yeah, I want to go pick up another portable shield too, if I can.
Yeah, you can buy one of those.
Alright, and then I want to find something. I'm gonna buy some lollies for the doc.
Mm-hmm.
And then what else?
What do you think the captain would like as a gift?
I know, that's what I was trying to think of.
I got this stuff just so I have stuff to make stuff with. I'm hoping I can think of something when I look at all the stuff.
She gave you the only pair of grav boots we've found. She may want her own
Yeah.
for heist, reverseness.
Yeah, can I go find a fancy boot place?
I mean, that's like going to a shoe shop and asking for ski boots, but sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
you can go to
'cause,
like a.
there's anti-grav boots and there's the rocket boots. I want to go to a place that sells those kinds of things. Maybe there'll be more than just those kinds of boots. I'm
Okay.
gonna go to that kind of outfitter or armor.
Yeah, you can go to a tech place.
Yeah.
Sort of like, tactical technology
Mhm.
incorporated. It's called.
Mhm.
I've decided.
Tactical
Technical technology incorporated.
technical.
Pronounced titty.
You're gonna have to give that to me again because you've made it official. So I gotta have it written down now.
Tactical.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. What did I
The
say?
technical technology
New-
incorporated.
Technical
See?
Tactical Technology Incorporated.
Tactical Technology Incorporated.
Or titty.
Okay. Okay.
You go in, you peruse their boots. They don't have maglock boots. They do have a pair of anti-grav boots, but they're selling for 1,500 units currently, which is probably well above what they're worth. You also see they have some like converting like flipper boots that, when in water, will turn into flippers that you can swim with. But that's pretty much all they have in terms of footwear.
Do they have some kind of stealth suit, or can I not see it? I'm glad
Just
someone
for that
asked.
joke, no, you can't.
Ah,
see it.
Do they have any kind of nice jackets or anything like that?
Roll me a D100. We'll do that.
D100, you say? All right. 66.
Okay. You do
they have
find
66 jackets.
you do find one jacket that, from a sartorial perspective, is disgusting, and you think that if Orson saw you wearing it, he would probably never speak to you again. It's like, it looks like a cross between like urban camouflage, but colored vomit colors. So it's all like yellows and beigey, greenish greys. But apparently, you can sort of set off a toggle on it, which will give you a temporary habitat for a duration of 8 hours.
How much is it?
For the thing, which gives you you can only do it once, and then the coat is ruined, but it's 600 units.
It's ruined, or it's still just a gaudy coat?
It's still just a gaudy coat, we'll say.
I'm having the gaudy coat.
So
600 you said, eh?
that coat can cast Liamon's tiny hut.
Okay, cool.
One time.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Rob. I didn't get it for the hut.
Vomit coat.
H puts it on, and she's just like, "Oh, this fits so well."
It.
Need to put holes in the back for the wings, though.
I mean, it looks good with your plumage. Demi lies horribly.
I know you're trying to keep it light. I got it because Orson's gonna hate it. Have you seen that gif of, sorry to disconnect, of Oscar the Grouch, where he has a really ugly bowling shirt? And he's like, I looked at it and it actually gave me a headache, so of course I bought it. And that's exactly what the vibe I'm going with.
Words
Right,
to live by.
do they have any sort of tactical sunglasses or spectacles of some sort? I figure this might be where she gets like night vision goggles, but she
Yeah.
wants to kind of.
So there's night vision goggles. There's also for 300 units, a sort of Google Glass pair of sunglasses that give you a heads-up display. With information, they'll give you advantage on investigation checks.
Ooh, I'm gonna get those for Orson. How much did you say they were?
200, I believe I said.
Okay. And I'm gonna get the grav boots for Kira.
Okay.
Are the heads up, the HUD glasses, are they cool looking? Do they look like something Orson would like?
Yeah, of
I do
course.
ask.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not convinced.
If you
Demi
want to
will.
answer them, and if he doesn't like them, I can set them apart.
Demi will ask the shopkeeper or the attendant or whatever you want to call them, if they have a limited edition color version. Like, you know how you get like the Samsung phones.
Yeah.
There's like
Roll me a D100.
special edition, special edition blue or something, or the rose gold. Oh, that's a 25.
Yeah, they have a matte black version.
Oh, I think he would like the color to
Nice.
be better. Ooh.
No, you don't wear coloured sunglasses unless they go with your outfit. But he's wearing a bright teal jumper at the moment, so you don't want. You don't want
Uh,
glasses
Glasses
with that.
look good.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it was you said jumper just then, so now I'm imagining him in a Christmas jumper.
You know what I mean.
Rocking it, but a Christmas
All right,
jumper.
I'll get him. I'll get him the black ones. Are they more expensive?
Yeah,
How much?
If you want,
what are
I'll buy them. And if he doesn't like them, I can just take them apart.
300.
they? Nah, I got it. I got it.
If you're sure, you've bought an awful lot today. I'm happy to pitch in. I've got more money than I know what to do with.
I mean, that's kind of where I'm at right now too.
So I was like, just stuff everything in a box and I'll just take it.
So, well, before I settle on the advantage or investigation HUD glasses or whatever, did it have anything that are like eyes of charming? Because I feel like Orson would like the charm person sunglasses. I can just see him being all like, you know, tilting it down and doing like the cool CSI one-liner, and then be all like, "Yow!" and
Like he
charm
needs a spell to charm people.
I know.
I mean, does he
No.
need the glasses to do that? He can still
No.
put them down and charm people.
True. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with my purchases. And how much are the lollies? For the
I don't
dot.
know, 5 units.
Okay. I also want to get the fanciest fucking coffee I can find.
All right. 7,004.
No, come on.
No,
Pretty fucking
Be
fancy
serious.
coffee.
25 units.
Okay.
I'm also gonna buy Demi a cake.
No, you don't have to get me nothing.
I know.
Demi's got a very specific type of love language. Have y'all figured out what it is yet? She buys gifts for people.
How much was the cake, Rob? That was no joke.
3 units.
Cool. You've been buying so much for people. I feel bad that you're not getting anything.
I got myself plenty. Got those boomerangs and them discs, and although I think you should have one of these discs to play with, maybe you can do something fun with them, and Demi will hand you one.
The cryo mines did interest me. Oh, I would not.
Alright. I guess we'll return to the ship with our well-gotten gains.
All righty then.
Demi is... Oh, wait, no, I didn't get the jacket. You got the jacket, so I don't have to add that one in. Domestic stuff.
Oh, I should add that. Even though it's just gonna be gaudy jacket.
Can I be out and about
Yeah,
doing
of
something
course.
for a bit? Because it's only been about 4 sessions and I've wanted to send money home to my parents.
Yeah.
We've not done it yet, so by the magic of technology in this station, am I able to have a call or do I have to send message all the way back to the frontier?
No, you can send it to them. You can send a message or a call, up to you.
I'll try to call them, ideally. What is a reasonable amount of money to send over wires or whatever that won't, flag every place interested?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't, if you send 20 grand, then maybe someone will pick up on it. But at the end of the day, so much money moves through with many hundreds of planets worth of people all sending money at the same time that it takes a really big amount to
Okay.
get noticed.
Good. I don't have 20 grand. 1 second.
Yeah,
Right. Sorry, Sean?
No, nothing.
Right. He is going to hit up some sort of terminal
Sure.
conversational vid screen doodad. And call into the Canes, whoever is home. Do you want me to? I'll just send you the family snippet or something.
If
Any
you
of
like.
those. Take your pick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've got this. Okay. Yeah. So you kind of brings for a little while, and then you see the face kind of blurry. I imagine there's maybe like a crack in their camera screen that they haven't been able to get a fix for yet because it's so, it takes so long for things like that to get fixed out in the frontier. But you see the smiling face of Maze, sort of beaming out at you. Tall, powerfully built, mid-40s. Sort of, I imagine like kind of the silver fox, like salt and pepper beard, or facial hair, kind of like yours. And he just goes, "Ah, awesome. Good to hear from you. How have you been?"
Pop, not bad, Pops, not bad. And he kind of like kicks back in the booth or something. You all been good on the farm?
Yeah, you know how it is. Quiet, boring, just the way we like it.
Sure, wouldn't want any of that excitement, would you?
No, we did have some sky whales pass by a little while ago. Don't know if you caught those, but it was a pretty amazing sight. Glad I got to see that.
Yeah, we passed by some like a month or two back, or however long it was. It's pretty cool. Not, we got to see him pretty close up, actually.
Well, I'm envious, and maybe you'll have to come take me next time they're around. Kind of chuckles.
Sure. Kind of hard to predict.
Sure.
Might have got a picture somewhere. See what I can send you.
Well, I think it was a good luck charm, to be honest. Had a pretty incredible crop of youngsters. Aurochs. Well, they've been busy. And kind of chuckles. Had about 65 new heads this season alone.
That is quite the bumper crop.
Yeah, you don't say. We're a lucky lot. Had to hire on some new help from the town as well, so glad to be giving some younger folks some opportunities at least. But
yeah, that there's a few going around.
Yeah.
Everyone good?
Yeah,
Open? Let's go.
Everyone's doing pretty well. Your sister Auburn is, well, she's practically running the place now. She's up earlier than me. Yeah, I don't know. I think since you left, she's kind of, well, she's always looked up to you a little bit, and I think seeing you go off to do your own thing has sort of realigned her priorities. She's a little more focused on her work, I guess.
I think she's been picking up the wrong lessons. And he grins.
He chuckles. Yeah, maybe it's just you're a bad influence no longer in her life.
That sounds more like it, Pops.
Yeah.
Talking about bad influences, got a bunch of units burning a hole in my pocket, and figured I'd share the load.
Oh, Orson, you don't need to do that. You know, we're doing all right. You know, he kind of you
Yeah.
can see he like looks a little, sort of, not, you know, he just looks a little awkward.
Sure.
Whenever anyone.
Well, you know, thinking of it, you're gonna need more people for those orcs, and you know, maybe another paddock building or something, and maybe Auburn's got some ideas on some expansion. And like I said, a little bit of money. I know you don't need it, but probably safer with you buried under a rock somewhere than with me. I'll just spend it.
Well, it's much appreciated, and I guess it's a worthy substitute for not having your hands to help work. But
Sure. Sure. Maybe you get a bot, but I don't think any droid will compare.
yeah, we prefer hiring folk. You know, orcs respond better to the personal touch, I guess.
I can see that. Kind of risk of this kind of job, though. We've got all kinds of robots now on board.
No, your
Got a
ma
real
will.
gearhead.
Oh, sorry. You carry on.
Sorry, no.
And he kind of chuckles and says, "Well, speaking of, your ma will kill me if I didn't ask. You eating all right? Sucking paste out of a tube?"
He looks a little like personally offended, like mock offense. You should know that most of my wages go towards getting proper food on that table. It is ungodly the price is in deep space for something that isn't in a tube.
Well, worth it, I think. You're, don't, tell her I told you this, but your mother just sent out, your birthday present. I know it's a bit early, but, well, I think you'll like it. It's, pretty fantastic. And, he sort of, you see him, like, reach up. He's standing in the kitchen, you can see, and, kind of like hanging on a rack behind is like a really, really old, like fancy, well-worn, perfectly seasoned cast iron like pot, and he just kind of like runs a finger across it, giving you a wink.
Then that's the present, or mine has already left.
As in, yeah, like
Sure,
you're
it's a
getting
hint.
one of these. Yeah.
Am I just in this world just presume that packages eventually reach who they need to do, or like do I need to say like we mostly hang around Zuva or something?
Yeah. So it will. He'll tell you that it's been sent to Zuva.
Okay.
Care of what's her name? Katrina.
Hey, Katrina. Yeah.
Because they know that you go and see her quite often, so they've sent it to her basically.
Sweet. Okay. Cool. I was going to suggest that, but
Yeah.
I also kind of like the idea of Royal Mail on steroids, where wherever you go, a package will be.
But that Doctor Who episode.
Yes.
She's like, the ship's approaching. Oh god.
It's
Just
just
a postman.
Yep, just the postman.
It's just space postman Pat's like little
And his
van.
personal tracking device breaches all personal like privacy laws, but I'll probably be swinging past Suva pretty soon. Kay's given us a few toys for this ship and got a few more due. But
Well, you make sure and call your mother and thank her. She's out right now, but well, she wants to make sure you're eating properly.
I
It was
will do
all I could
both.
do not to get her to stop, not try and shove a load of tomatoes in there. So
You reminded me I should get her something.
yeah, you should.
Yeah.
He grins.
Before I go though, and he'll like key in 7,000 units. And send them that way.
Yeah, you see, like, you hear the beep sort of come up, and you see his eyes go wide, and he goes, "Awesome, that's. Jeez, you must be doing well for yourself."
We hit a big job. Worked out well, paid well, and one less bad influence out there. And he kind of like rolls his shoulders a bit, and I got plenty more. It's not very comfortable in space, but damn as hell exciting.
Well, whenever you're ready to come back to the boring world, there's always a space here for you.
I know it. He like puts his hand over his heart, just like beats it.
He does.
So gently, like once or twice.
Yeah, he kind of mirrors the motion.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I better go, Orson, but it's good to hear from you.
Yeah, you too. You can get that crack fixed now.
You know that'll take years anyway.
See you, Pops.
See you, Orson.
And he's kind of like already half out the chair as he like
Yeah.
flicks the off switch or something. And like, I imagine it looks like one of the terrible little photo booths you can go into, and he kind of just like swings out of it.
For sure.
And he'll just kind of like whistle on his way back, kind of like hands in the pockets of the coat, pondering what he should get his mother, and if there's anything worth it on this station, or if he should wait for Zuva.
For sure.
Everyone know?
Oh yeah.
Where are we going for the? Oh no, we're not going to. I'm going to say what's LTA or whatever.
Alta.
Wherever we go for Alta, wherever we're going for the tea set. That's a fancy place, right?
Very.
Very fancy. Okay, that's probably a good shout.
Sounds good. All right. Well, as you're heading back to the ship, everyone cool if we take a quick 5-minute break?
Sure.
Hey, coffee time!
Yeah. Woo!
Woo.
Yay! Like 3/4 of my money is gone.
I spent like a third of mine.
Sure. I think it maybe was 2/3, 3/4 ish, but I said to Rob I'd be sending money home.
Yeah.
And before we start this game, so I had to do that at some point.
I'm glad at least one of us has a good relationship with our parents.
Yeah, it was sweet.
Oh, the bit where when he said, "Oh, your mum sent your birthday present," I was like, "Oh, that's so nice."
Yeah, I didn't expect that, but
The middle of deep space and still getting my birthday present.
Well, they're very salt of the earth, you know.
Yeah.
I think that I didn't expect that when I rang. I was just expecting to give some money, but I thought that was cool.
Maybe early, but it's probably going to show up on time, given space.
No, it just all works out.
It always happens to be just right, just perfect. It's bizarre.
Well, BRB.
Yes, as will I.
you know there's gonna be some like special Woodemi spice like rub in there.
Oh god. That. Yep.
It's like a jar of just like a taste you can only get back home.
It's like desert crag.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, Chinese 5 spice or something.
Yeah. On steroids.
Yeah.
These are hardy folk, and I imagine.
Yeah, it'll
their
make
kind of
everyone
chili
else
gumbo
cry.
cooking is exactly, yeah. Their chili gumbo, like, clean spaced it, like ships and
It's
stuff.
like everyone's like, Orson starts cooking with it, and everyone starts crying like, "Wasn't it so spicy?" It's like, no, this is the sweet version.
This is just the X. There's like 5 X's.
Yeah, this ain't Nando's.
Yeah, just because every job we've got paid with, I've just kept it in like separate little salary bits, and I didn't. So I have it all like broken up. So he's got a few thousand left, which is more than enough for someone who doesn't need much. But I have got an idea of a custom job for Katerina to do, or Katrina, which might cost the rest of it, but that should keep him going for a bit.
See you, cat. Don't do it. Fuck. She did it.
Listen, you can't control the cat.
What do you want?
It was a nice callback.
Pardon, sorry?
The sky whales or the space whales or
Yeah.
whatever was a nice callback. Maybe I will have to, in some downtime,
take your
take
old
the
man
family
off,
out.
yeah. Space whale watching. In space, Norway.
What about Space Norway?
Where you go to watch the
whales.
space whales.
Oh.
They're saying Orson have to take his family out sometime in the downtime.
What downtime?
Yep, this campaign's got like what, 2-3 sessions left, and we're done.
Yeah, that's just season 1, guys. That's like season 2.
Oh, is this one we're gonna keep revisiting like Trunham?
Why not? Alternate.
Yeah. Yeah, we could totally do that, actually.
That would not make me angry.
The tone
I
in your
mean, that-
voice, I did not think that sentence was going that way.
Yeah. That would not make me angry. Yeah, like we could for sure like finish this arc. And I mean, I have leveled you guys mega slowly, so we could just come back and have a whole other.
Space arc.
Yeah.
Space arc. Tron arc, space arc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On my friend's Facebook, quote of the day. I mean, sure, we can resort to violence, but I'm better at it than you.
I like that statement a lot.
Mm-hmm. I could see myself using that.
Uh-huh. In a real life situation, kindergartners coming at me.
I need to ask Kira what she needs so I can make it. I still haven't given her a gift yet, and I feel bad about it.
Don't mutiny and shoot her in the back.
That's the best gift any captain could want.
I mean,
Maybe-
she was gonna do that anyway. She wasn't gonna do that anyway.
Well,
It's not really, it's not really a gift if it's something you're already planning on doing.
It's the gift that keeps on giving,
right?
not mutinying.
But that's like giving your mom like I'm gonna do my chores cards for Mother's Day. You were already going to do those. How is that a gift?
I feel like that's very personal to you.
No, not yet.
Oh,
Not
no.
yet. That hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
Yet.
Maybe you could upgrade her eye patch? I don't know. Infrared eye patch.
That's actually a fucking shout.
See?
I have to see what sort of guff the dude gave me.
Yeah, I kind of like your mystery box. I don't know if it's going to be like a toolbox where you can just pull parts when you ask for them, or until it,
I definitely wanted to just.
extends or something.
She's gonna look in her box and see what she can find. I'm not gonna word it like that. I'll word it differently. But yeah,
You
I like
now
the
have a box of things.
miscellaneous gubbins.
Stuff and things.
The best thing you can make with it, an empty box.
H will find a way.
You just take
I mean,
all
if
the...
you're a cat.
He's just giving you his bin.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Take this box that I found out in the back
Yeah.
alley.
We'll find a way.
Life will find a way.
Liam's
Needs
just saying
life
that
to
because
live.
it's the first character that he's ever had who can roll over a 15. He thinks they're invincible.
Oh.
Ouch.
Well, to be fair, Muse rolled really well yesterday, so eat my ass, Rob.
That's true.
No.
I will not.
That's fine. There's more of a
I will
request
not
than a-
eat one
than a thing.
iota of shit. That's the best line in that film.
Knives out, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Eat shit. I will not eat one iota of shit. It went down very well with my family. They
Good.
loved it. Although my mum fucking called it right from the start because she's worked in a hospital for like 25 years. So she was like, yeah, he's not taking morphine. And I was like, Mom, shut the fuck up. It's like, he hasn't. He would not be in that state if he'd actually had morphine. So she thought it was like a movie mistake. And then I was like, shut the fuck up. And then at the end she was like, oh.
I've had morphine before. It's some good stuff.
I had Dilaudid. Well, I've had
Whoa.
morphine too, but Dilaudid is the
Oh, boy, yeah.
cheese. That makes like morphine seem like, I don't know, chewing tobacco or something like that. Fucking Dilaudid, holy crap. And I got up to 4 milligrams, and they freaking they did this. They administered Dilaudid a whole bunch of different ways, but the best way, most dangerous way, most way you get fucked up is they don't dilute it. They just give you all 4 milligrams right in your vein, and usually the nurses won't do that unless they're like really busy. And I had a busy nurse; it was great. But oh my god, that shit was insane. I always describe like morphine as like a little wave at the beach, and Dilaudid's like a giant tsunami. They used to only give it to terminal patients, but yeah, that stuff's whoo. Anywho, I just had a flashback there.
The only opiate I've ever had is heroin.
Like heroin or like synthetic heroin?
Like, I think he was kidding.
Yeah, we'll go
So
with
I've
that.
had lots of synthetic heroines.
We'll go with I was kidding.
Okay.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. Alright, well, I believe everyone's back.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kira, Guts, what are you guys up to?
So, you want to go first?
So, Captain, how goes? You know, it's been a while since we chatted.
It goes pretty well.
That's good. That's good.
You didn't want to get off the ship and stretch your legs a little bit?
Oh, I suppose I can. Do you need to do anything out there? You need to do some shopping or whatnot?
No, I think I'm just gonna.
Want to go
Stay
get a drink?
Okay.
I mean, I don't drink, but I can watch you drink
Okay.
and eat. You know, probably some good place to get food.
Yeah, I guess we could find a place to get food, but I'm just gonna drink.
Yeah, that's fine. Usually good to have, you know, one sober person at least when drinking too. So, you know. I think they call it something. Can't remember.
Well, that sounds boring.
It does sound very boring, yes, but you know, I don't drink. I only have tea. You know what? I think I'll bring some tea with me. Yeah, I'll bring tea. You drink.
Okay, well, why don't you drink?
Oh no. You
No,
know,
I'm not like.
body is temple. You know. Yeah.
That been
Yeah,
like the
okay.
policy like that you've always followed, or is it like?
Oh yeah. No drugs or drinking.
That like.
You know, it keeps my mind sharp and my hands not shaky. You don't want shaky hands, as you know, a doctor.
I'm just gonna say the last tea that you gave me drugged me pretty heavily. But
He's very naive too.
absolutely.
Is that like your like whole like people thing, or is that just because like you're just like a doctor, or?
Oh no, not a people thing. A lot of them, well, you know, most of my people don't like to, you know, partake in the drugs. Which, you know, if you do, so be it. But most of my people don't, more like warrior types. But they do like to drink. But yeah, I don't, cause you know, doctor, shaky hands, don't, not good, not good. You know, quite a few of our doctors did drink, and we would just, you know, keep on having all sorts of deaths right after battle, because you know they were like, well, I have to celebrate with the warriors too, so they would celebrate and then wait and then do all the medical stuff.
So, like, just having one drink isn't gonna like mess you up too much.
Oh, you know, I've heard that before, but I mean, I've never drank, so I feel like it could mess me up real bad.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like a.
Plus, what if, you know, I go drink and then, you know, something happens, like, you know, some type of fight, someone, you know, stabs me or you, and then I have to do surgery, and then I'll shaky.
Like literally, like right in the middle of where we are, you're gonna do surgery.
Yeah. I mean, I might have to. You never know.
Can't you just like put a sim pack on it and like get me back to the ship and?
Okay, you know what, Captain? For you, I'll try this whole drinking thing. One drink.
Okay. That's not what I was trying to do, but I guess.
What's the worst that could happen? I'm sure it'll just stay at one drink.
Why did you have to say that? Like,
Oh
literally,
no. I don't like this.
You know what? You're right, man. Let's go. Let's go get a drink. One drink.
Yes, one.
But I can have more, right?
Yeah, I don't mind if you have one.
Sweet.
just gonna
And you'll make sure I'll get back to the ship?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, yeah, I'll come back to the ship.
I can't see us both getting completely trashed.
Why do you say it like that? So, tell me more about what you did before you, came working for me.
You know, I was hopping a lot on a lot of space trains and space freighters and space cars. You know, just kind of hiding out, going from place to place. Had a kind of, you know, sad time. Sad thing happened to me in my life. So I had to get away from my planet. You know, too many memories there. So, you know, kind of just hitched around for a while. I was just known, you know, as a hitchhiking space orc for, you know, quite some time. Didn't really do the whole doctor thing, but met a lot of places, or people and places. But yeah, you know, just kind of travels.
So, what happened, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, you know, sad story. Don't want to tell sad story before we go drinking. It's sad.
Okay, that's like more like a during, like the drinking activities, telling sad stories.
Yeah, I hear that's appropriate.
Okay, well, I guess we'll go find a place to drink.
Okay, one drink.
Yeah, we already established that.
All right. So yeah, you find a seedy enough bar. Settle down for a drink. Can I assume it's going to be more than one drink?
For Kira, yes.
I'll roll something if you want me to.
Wisdom check.
All right, I got a 6.
It's more than one drink.
Oh my gosh, this stuff is delicious! Why did you not tell me about this? It's like candy in glass.
He's talking about like a really dark ale.
Yeah.
This is like liquid. Barkeep, 5 more.
Oh God, what have I done?
He's not gonna be one lollies anymore.
You know what? Yeah, go ahead and bring us another round.
All right.
You really want to make him mad?
No.
That's what I thought.
Bring 2 more drinks and an extra consolation shot.
Oh my gosh, it's like syrup, but even easier to drink. This is amazing.
Pretty good.
Flash to the
It's so
dark
good.
drinking syrup. Like, here it comes. Here it comes. It's coming.
Anytime now.
So you gonna tell me that sad story now?
Oh,
Sad story.
sad story. Sad story.
Don't you fucking pass out on me. I'm
No,
not
I was about, but my son was about with me, cause you know, family go about together, and he got stabbed a little bad. I got to fix him. And he just starts crying in your lap.
Oh, there, Doc. You know, I'm sure you did all you could.
No, I could have done more.
No, you're a good doctor. I'm sure you did everything you could, but sometimes it's just not what's meant to be.
Ah!
All Are you this kind of drunk?
Cut to a guy that's just covered in clamps. There's like a med pack flashing like on the wall next to him that says "Cure All," and but like he's on the ground like contorted by the amount of clamps that you've put on him.
You know, another drink might help you forget.
Yeah, you know that good idea. Another round. 5 more.
Barkeep brings 2 more.
You know what? You can have mine.
You know that makes me feel much better.
Mm-hmm.
I start leaning on you heavily.
I'm really
just gotta get my balance here. Yeah, it's better.
I'm really glad that I'm really glad that we had this time to bond.
Oh yeah, Captain. You know you're such good Captain. Man, no nefarious things or anything like that. Really keep everything in check. Oh, real good. You know. I wipe some drool.
Oh god. Is that like your personal code, or is that like your people's code to like not like profit off the misery of others?
You know, kind of moral code of mine. You know, after death of son, kind of changed some of my ways and thinking.
Oh god. Yep, that'll do it. You know, a life-altering event has a tendency to clarify your feelings and opinions on certain things.
Yeah, it really does.
I really hope you're not gonna throw up on me, because I will stab you in the throat.
I don't think I brought enough.
No.
All right, I'm fine.
You know, this isn't as much fun as I had originally anticipated. Are you? Maybe we should just go back to the ship.
Oh yeah, we can go back soon.
Hook him up to a banana bag.
Yeah. Yeah, let's. Are you gonna like need my help to like walk or like?
Oh no, I'm sure I can walk, and I get off the stool and fall into you completely. I don't think I'm good to walk, Captain.
You can always call us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, Kira is gonna like open her comms and be like, "So, Demi, are you there?"
Yeah, Captain.
Interesting development. The doc and I went drinking.
Oh, well, that's good that you're using his buddy system. I'm sure he appreciated that.
Yeah, he's drunk.
What?
Yeah.
He can get drunk?
I know. I'm just as surprised as you. Okay, hold on, God. Listen, he is
It's
like...
not Derby! Hot Derby!
No, hot dog. You don't sound too good.
Can you, like, get over here, like, as...
Captain, ceiling keep spinning.
No. Yeah, I can get there. I can get there pretty quick. Where y'all at?
You can give her the directions to where we are at CD Bar.
Mm-hmm. It's called C.D.Bar.
Mm-hmm. You
Yeah.
might want to bring the others just so they can see this for themselves.
I mean, I'm sure we don't need to put his, put that on display. I'm sure he'd appreciate it if we didn't.
You're right.
I want to bring the loader bot, though, because he's heavy as fuck.
Please do.
Alright. So, 20 minutes later, Demi and Loaderbot walk in together. And H as well, probably.
Assuming Jimmy mentioned, oh yeah, Doc's pissed.
Yeah, if anyone, nah, because she just said that she didn't want.
I mean, presumably you two were together though, because this is all happening simultaneously to.
Presumably. Yeah. Okay. I guess H would know then.
Oh, you bring Minnie Scoot.
Yeah, Doc. Why don't you roll your big ass up on this?
All right, I get on Scoot.
H is just smiling.
I imagine Orson's kind of confused when he's on the ship and just hears the loader bot like burst into life and drive off the ship.
Yeah.
Because no one tells him.
But
Because he's other, apparently. He is the other.
That's got a sting.
Oh, don't worry, I'm sure you'll figure it out soon enough.
That is why I wasn't gonna have H come, but then someone pointed out that she was with me, and
I'm just someone, Dan. I know how you feel.
Yeah, there's just cut to the scene of Orson shrugging as the loader boat just leaves the ship.
Penfold doesn't know either.
I'm sure we would have left, Demi would have left. I can't calm you directly, but Demi will be borrowing loader bot for a spell. BRB.
Sure.
It's a little emoji of, winky face girl with the skunk stripe in her hair.
Oh, I love that. Specific emojis for the individual. That's great.
Love it.
Yeah.
Probably programmed a few.
It's a tiny little thing, but I love it.
Oh my god, I want to see.
Yeah, it's instead of having the names, it's just a little emoji version of everybody next to their text. But yeah, she'll help the captain get the dock back.
Yeah.
I want to see this group's text chat so badly.
Development.
She's gonna put out the new lollies next to him, but not so close to him that if he flails about while he's drunk that he won't knock him over.
You got more lollies?
I did, Doc. Look,
oh, thank you. That's so nice.
these are this one's cinnamon flavored, and then this one's she got a big thing of all red lollipops, but they're all red flavors. So there's cinnamon,
strawberry,
cherry, strawberry, watermelon,
fruit,
red raspberry, yeah,
red horse fruit.
Yeah, you can't tell. It's like blue raspberry, but red flavor. But yeah, you can't all red. The shades nearly indistinguishable, but all different flavors.
Love it. All right. Well, yeah. Don't worry. Penfold is the other person, I guess, who counts as an other den. So.
I know. I said we'd play cards.
All right. Yeah. Sorry, I think my Wi-Fi dropped for a second. Or something.
It's okay.
Yeah. Penfold has no idea how to play cards, so I imagine
he's holding them all backwards.
But I imagine he's having a lot of fun doing it.
Okay, I imagine Penfold's translator hasn't has an inbuilt sort of brain feed type deal, so he'll get his cards and be like, 2 aces, I should bid high. And then...
Brilliant.
Well, because it's got to translate in his head what he got, so...
When that happens the first time, Orson, flicks down the sunglasses or something and just kind of looks at him, and he's just, going about his business, and then he just, pushes them back up again and leans back, gonna be an easy game. He may think it's his own inner monologue that's actually been projected out.
Yeah.
Once Demi's got the dock settled, she's gonna go hand out her presents.
Oh.
Gonna give, I guess since the captain's right there, she's gonna give the grav boots to Kira.
Awesome. What do I owe you for them?
Oh, nothing, Captain. They're for you.
I mean, Are you sure? I mean,
I mean, you got me these fancy ones, and she kind of clicks, taps her boots. Seemed like it was only fair.
I mean, depends on your definition of got them for you. Pulled them off the body of a disgraced pirate queen is a little bit different than, you know.
Pulling them off the body of a shopping shelf. The carcass of consumerism.
Nice.
I don't know what you've been reading lately in your downtime, but okay.
I mean, it's something Orson recommended. It's got, like, you know, it's interesting.
Spatialism.
Just don't get any fancy ideas about your rights and safety on this on the ship.
He's not got a picture of Lenin on, but he's in a space helmet.
Darth Lenin.
Darth Lenin. Oh no. Have we done?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. I think I just wanted to say thanks for, well, these boots, and then, you know, letting me, listening to me the other day, I guess. I appreciate it, and, well, that's about as sentimental as I can manage, verbally, ma'am, so,
Thank you for sparing me from having to respond in kind. But what you said is noted and has been noted.
Ma'am, and she'll kind of duck her head and then shuffle off. And then she's gonna go find Orson and Penfold up in the cockpit. And be like,
Just asking, is H with you, and is the coat with H?
I was gonna say H wants to do this reveal on her own, so she's
Okay.
kind of
That's fine, that's fine. I just wanted to make that
working out where
clear.
her wings are and cutting holes in the back so that her wings can come out.
Okay.
yeah, she's got to go through her box too, see what she got.
Oh yeah, I gotta go through my box.
I just imagine like 90s style bedazzling tie-dye type stuff. Just little
It's Lisa
beads
Frank,
everywhere.
all the shit.
Yeah. Things you ironed in, all of it.
Love it.
So you go to O and give him.
Yeah,
Perfect.
she's all like, I come bearing gifts, Mr. Kane, and she sets like the big tin of coffee in front of him and the glasses, and I thought you might like these, and she's gonna show him the boomerangs.
His head quirks. He's definitely more interested in the coffee than the boomerangs, and then his focus like pulls to the boomerangs. Are those bombs?
Yeah. But apparently, you know, they're boomerangs, so they come back. So if you miss, I figured out of all of us, you'd be the best at getting somewhere else than where the boomerangs came from if you miss.
Oh,
So-
I was not anticipating you taking that, by the way.
He was about to say like, and that was a boomerang. Like, you know what a boomerang does, but you've explained it to him honestly,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay.
Yeah, no, I thought they might be. I thought out of all of us, you'd probably be the most capable with them.
You know what? Sure. And he'll like hold out both of his hands for both of the boomerang bombs.
Oh no, there's 3.
No, there's
I mean,
2.
No, I thought you said 3.
No, I said 2.
Oh, I'd written down
I
3
can back him up
for
on
some
that. I
reason.
remember too as well.
Okay, no, that is my bad. I will get. Yeah, I hand over both of them.
No
Okay.
problem.
I will figure out a use for him.
Probably throwing them is your best.
Sure, but
Yeah,
it's more
sure.
that not being where they end up afterwards. he definitely his daredevil attitude is peaked by the boomerang bombs, but he'd like to live afterwards.
I
So
figured he has that like Misty Step stuff, so he could always be all like,
Mhm.
toss them and then be somewhere else.
I'm also quite curious is if he throws them and misses and they come back at him and he makes the dodge save or something, do they still remain in play and they're just
Yes.
like swinging around in this
Yes.
combat? It's like a free attack until it hits them. So he will take him, and as you like pass them over, he'll like toss them up, like juggle them effectively. Back at like just
I really wish you wouldn't play with him like that. Oh, jeez.
he like catch as he like sits back into his chair with Penfall. Goes, you got him.
Oh, I didn't think you'd start juggling him.
He shrugs, and there is a dangerous grin on his face. Did you bring out the glasses?
Yeah, I did.
Just you put the coffee down, and then handed in the things. So
I did. I mean, and I got you these two, and she's gonna hold out the comms unit and the glasses.
he is going to juggle the two boomerangs up into the air, then take the comms unit and the glasses, switch his current glasses for the new glasses, and like belt the comms unit or put it on his ear or wherever it goes, and then catch both the boomerangs. And you can make me make a test for that if you want. That's what he's gonna do.
Just give me an acrobatics.
Okay.
Just to see if you destroy the Osiris Gypsy and anyone on it, and we can go to Tronum next week.
Sure. And acrobatics. It's a good thing that my acrobatics modifier is high, because that's a 17, because I rolled a 10.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, good. So he manages to do all of that, and then sits back.
I'm not gonna lie, Orson, you're making me kind of nervous with those things.
The HUD display possibly like pops up and just goes like increased perspiration, like increased sweating.
Subject's heart rate has risen by.
Yeah, elevated heart rate. These fancy, unless they need attunement, but these fancy things are telling me just that. But and he kind of like then knocks him down, just so you can see his eyes. Thanks.
Yeah, you don't get out much. I noticed, and you don't buy stuff for yourself even less often. So, figured someone oughta.
Well, certainly is a lot easier than, beating the pirate queen and taking her fashion.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll maybe just keep these away where the captain can't see them.
The boomerang?
Yeah, he's doing that, and he's just sort of like pushing them slightly further down into the pockets of this jacket or something. Well, I guess it's a ghost jacket, so it wouldn't have pockets. Under a cushion. He just pushes them under.
It is also a pirate's jacket, so...
That's true. Maybe the two things don't cancel each other out.
Yeah, in the future, we have pockets on our dresses and in our inner lining jacket.
That's the feature I want, brother.
I know, right?
Well, I didn't want to just make that canon or not. If you want to, you can.
If you want pockets, Dan, you can have pockets.
Okay. Fashion will be progressive in the future, goddammit.
Okay.
Smack, smack. It is law. Obama. It's all psh, psh. Sorry. I'm getting silly. You're welcome.
You had a good time out there?
Yeah, I mean, did some shopping. Got more money than I know what to do with, so I thought I'd Make some people happy.
Given that you didn't tell him the terrible name that they got, I'm going to call them bomberangs, like they should be called.
That is a much better name. I agree.
I think the don't miss-a-rang is a bit more apt.
I mean, you had boomerangs or bomberangs, like you could go for either of those, but don't miss-a-rangs is certainly, that's more like the use suggestion, the serving suggestion. Don't miss.
All right. Dimmy, at some point, you're able to check your messages, and there is one there for you. It says, Dimmy, full stop. You left that man behind. And then the sign off is DC for Draconarius Cassell.
That's gonna sour Dami's mood for the rest of the evening, I think.
H having cut the holes in the pockets for her wings, she goes to hides to the side of the door to the cockpit. Says, "Orson, do you want to see what I got?"
Sure, princess.
She's already laughing, as she comes around the corner and gives a big twirl with this disgusting jacket on.
Yeah.
And she just looks unbelievably pleased with herself. And her wings are just totally spread out, and then they come back in. What do you think?
There's a visible swallow or something, just like. He's like, "Oh, princess, that's quite something."
I feel like it really brings out my eyes.
Yeah. Does the H-up display tell me what they had to use to make that vomit coloring?
Horse fruit.
Horse fruit. I thought so.
It's horse fruit tree bark. Horse tree bark.
Sure. Oh, such a nice color. You don't want to know how they make that.
Apparently, it's got some toggle on it to make it an habitat. But that doesn't. I don't care about that. I just like the way it looks and feels. And she snuggles it in close to herself.
It's pretty comfy.
Just to see how uncomfortable she can make Orson.
Pretty uncomfortable. Pretty uncomfortable. Well.
I'm glad you like it. I pre-ordered you one too.
Oh, you did? Should we be going soon?
She's got a massive toothy grin on her face. It should be here when we get back.
Oh, good. We'll make sure to stop in on our way. Is that the kind of colors that Pazuzuans like then?
Oh, well, usually the women are a bit duller, and the men are really bright and white and. I knew you'd fucking hate it. And then she just bursts out laughing the joke's totally over.
You see him grin. He's gonna grin and then stand up and walk over to you, within sort of arm's reach, and just say kind of supportively, seriously to you, kind of as you're laughing away or something, big beaky grin. He just goes, "Do you want to know a secret?"
What?
Fashion's whatever you make of it. And he flicks up the collar of his coat. You wear good, princess. You wear good.
her face like sort of it's still that like that big grin, but it sort of like wavers a little, and her blue cheeks kind of go a bit purpley. Thanks, Austin.
And he like knocks the glasses down and just like gives you a look and a grin, and casts child person. No, and walks out the room.
The wings sort of come in and like fold in around herself, and she goes back to her room for a bit. Confusion, feelings, what?
All right.
Demi's gonna get real drunk that night off of one of like their stash bottles of booze or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And is gonna send her a reply back.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm tempted to put H there, so she can be like, "What are you doing?"
Nah, I'll let
Well,
it
okay.
happen.
Texting my ex. That's always a good idea, right?
Right.
Let her do it.
The reply is simply, "At least I'm a name now. I asked you to come with me. I shouldn't have stirred things up. I'm sorry. Just pretend I'm dead if that makes it easier." And that will be her reply.
Big oof.
Yep.
Well, all right then. So you all have, well, some of you have better evenings than others, but the 5 of you the next morning are feeling somewhat rested, somewhat like you've had a reasonable time at the station, ready to take off again, I assume. Is there anything anyone might like to do in the morning before things happen?
That's it. That's all I wanted to do.
Is there a reply in the morning?
There is not, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I'm assuming the messaging service doesn't keep a tab on these, do they? Does it?
No,
Because
they're doing it encrypted. Remember,
Yeah,
using the
okay.
the signal
Yeah,
jammer
okay.
and stuff. Yeah. Well, are you guys anything else you'd like to do before taking off?
Nope. Show on the road.
I don't think so. We know where we're going for this convoy thing. We don't have to look up
No.
this food
We're
charity
going.
thing.
We're going to Altair first to get the teacup, because that's on a timeline.
Is the reversed heist not on a timeline?
It is, but you've got a little more time.
Okay, right. So we are doing the T-set thing first.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then timeline. Cool. Fair enough.
Yee.
And all business.
All right then. So the Osiris Gypsy begins heading down the inter-asset highway, enjoying the ease of travel that it brings, and you find like when you sort of break away to the like to where the sort of Syrian colony is, or the nearest sort of exit to the Syrian colonies, you find that there's a ship behind you, but you're not getting any readings on the scanner, though you can sort of see it through the cockpit, kind of see the trails it's leaving behind and that sort of thing, as it's kind of almost circling you, not performing any particularly threatening action, just sort of making its presence known, I suppose.
So we can see the trails or the ship?
You can see you can see both. but you can't see it on the radar, and it looks to be some kind of like sleek, like black stealth ship.
Not like the sporty one that we saw previously. That
No,
drew
this
his
is like
eye.
a military thing. It's designed to be, you know, to be able to move without being seen on the radar.
Sure. Are all our communications encoded since we got that upgrade? Is it basically permanently on? Or is it...
I am treating it as though, yeah, like I
Okay.
don't imagine you'd send a message without encryption, because why would you?
It was going to be inter-ship message anyway,
Yeah.
but I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't something that we had to physically, turn on for a cause. So he's gonna like just
Otherwise, Demi might have had to roll to remember to encode the last message.
just before like you had her teach you how to do it, and then like you activated it, and I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something we had to like bring up all the time.
Okay.
He's just gonna like pop just like a little buzz towards Kay, and just be like, not sure if you're, I don't know even if we have like port side windows, but he's gonna, not sure if you're looking out on the port side windows in this part of the tour, but we seem to have company.
What's the scanner say?
Scanners say nothing. And he says that with like a we're in the shit potentially type tone.
I'll be right up. And she'll open the comm to the rest of the ship. I want everybody ready in case this goes sideways. We've got some company, potentially.
Captain. H is still wearing the jacket, and she gets up and she goes to battle stations, basically.
All right.
Demi will get her guns and head up to the cockpit to see what's going on.
Yeah, the ship is basically kind of retreating backwards a little bit, looking to seemingly follow you.
So if we're able to see it, are we able to get any kind of like identifying things like, oh, I recognize that, it's, belongs to this kind of...
Yeah, make me a history check.
Can I?
Yes, but you'll have a disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage. Okay.
You will, yeah. There's much less chance of you knowing what this is than someone
Well,
can.
that is good to know. It's not what I think it is then. 15 for me. It was a Kraken and a 16.
Yeah, you're not sure.
18.
Okay. You don't know where it's from or what it's from, but it's conspicuous by its lack of markings. And you get the impression that it's sort of experimental, prototypical. It's not something they would just give to the military. It's something that would, is probably a little bit advanced for the era, and you reckon, it's probably not left the sort of science development stages yet, if that makes sense.
Any idea how long it's been following us, Orson?
I say however long I think it has been following us.
Hard to say. You only noticed it recently, but it could have been following you for a while because it's not showing up on scanners.
I was going to say, I only noticed like 10-20 minutes ago maybe, and considering it's pretty hard to see and it doesn't leave much of a trail, we didn't get a scan ping, so somewhere in between immediately when we left and 20 minutes ago.
All right. Is it possible that it followed us like to the station, or we think we picked it up since the station?
Again, hard to say. It was behind you on the highway, so most likely followed you from the station.
Okay.
But that's not to say that it couldn't have jumped into the highway at some point between.
Can we say hi?
Can I do like an open broadcast? Oh, because I can't get like a signal lock. Can I
Yeah,
not
you
send
can.
one
You
to-
can do an open broadcast for sure.
If we want to let them know we know.
Well, it would be the fastest way of determining what exactly it is they're after. If they're trying to follow us discreetly, if they know we know, then that is no longer an option for them. And if they were planning on ambushing us, then knowing that they no longer have the element of surprise means we can deal with that now rather than later whenever we're, dealing with some other shit on the highway.
Sure. So, fastest way to us getting spaced by an advanced craft.
I mean, would you prefer they do it like whenever we don't have all of this room to maneuver?
I mean, I prefer it to be the captain's decision whether we carry on like we didn't see anything and they fly off or not. But,
I was just making recommendations. Wasn't
Let's,
making any orders.
let's give it a few minutes and see how they react. If they're just gonna, maybe they're just doing a flyby. Give us a minute or two to kind of figure something out.
Yeah, it continues to follow for as long as you fly.
I guess after like whatever the agreed upon time has elapsed, Kira will just kind of like sit forward in her seat and be like, "Open a damn channel."
oh, flick a thing.
Yeah.
He's like ready to run. If this thing like locks targets, he's gonna go evasive and try buy him time.
Understood.
Demi will have the EMP missile loaded in the missile tube, missile bay, whatever that is. She'll have that keyed up.
Okay.
Or does she have to physically go down and swap those out?
Probably
yeah.
had time.
Yeah,
be honest.
it's physical, but yeah, you'd have time.
Okay. That is, consider that done then.
So you open a channel, what are you saying?
Unknown craft. This is the Osiris Gypsy. We are proceeding on a job, which we have, and give like some kind of like job identifier kind of thing.
Yeah.
We have taken notice to your actions pursuant to legal codes.
Demi
blah.
will give her the exact ones.
Pertaining to piracy, your actions are suspect. You should leave our space or answer our hails.
Okay. As with all edgy spaceships, you receive no response to that, I'm afraid.
Frequency still open. You should know that we are logging this encounter and broadcasting to all known government entities of your activities, along with all video footage of this craft we have captured.
Still nothing.
She'll wave to have the channels. Do we just fucking shoot it?
I mean, what are our legal ramifications in this situation? Their voice in the sky.
I mean, if you attack them, you're the pirates.
But we've told them that they're, like, you know, trespassing on our space and that they need to communicate with us, and we have proof that they were non-responsive.
True, but
It's kind of not illegal for a guy to like tailgate you on the highway, which
Yeah.
is kind of what
Yeah.
they're doing.
It's
They're just being an asshole.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We'd be in the shit if we crashed into them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if we slam on our brakes and they rear end us, they're at fault because they're the ones following behind. That's how.
Sure, but I feel like I don't really want them to crash into us.
I know.
And whatever's going to happen from the edgy
be
but
like-
edgy spaceship. So when Captain says, "Do we shoot him?" Austin says, "I mean, I could try outrun him."
All right. Open it up a little bit and give her some fancy flying and see if they're interested in staying with us.
Thought you'd never ask. And he's gonna lean, and as he like leans forward, he's gonna push. Basically, you know, the make it so go button type thing.
Yeah.
And
The red
Demi's
button.
gonna buckle up.
Mhm.
Y'all might want to hold on to something.
Alright. So, make me a piloting check there. Or so.
11 plus 7, 18.
18. Okay. I'll give this person one. Oh, okay. So they are with you every movement. You know, you get the impression they're a very, very fast flyer, very skilled individual.
They're also in a better ship than we are, I presume. As nice as the gypsy is, it isn't
Yeah,
sleek McSleek craft over here.
definitely, to some extent.
He didn't necessarily think it's gonna work, but he's gonna give it his best shot.
Yeah, but this ship's able to keep with you, no problem. You're coming up to like the first kind of external, or not external, like the sort of further out kind of Siri-Cardi planets at this point. Like starting to sort of get to some places to land. But the ship is like keeping right on you.
And see if the bright lights will scare him off.
Sure. He's gonna like look around at a couple of different screens, maybe put in some different sort of targeting metrics or something, and like he's gonna aim not to go to where we are going necessarily, and maybe see whatever is like the biggest, fanciest planet, unless that is Altair. Like,
Yeah, Altair is still a little while away.
sure.
But
'Cause
yeah, it's
It's not illegal for us to go to any of these planets on our route. We were just heading in that way as given by that job code type thing.
Yeah.
So he's going to go and land on something populated
yeah, for sure.
unless things change.
So yeah, you descend. Oh, I've got to look at my fucking thing now. Yeah, you descend into a planet called Shrade, which is one of the biggest planets. It's like this kind of massive Coruscant-esque Ecumenopolis trading city. Like the entire surface of the planet is one city, and it is sort of you know, it has some nicer areas and some less nice areas, but on the whole, it is an extremely wealthy place. And sort of gigantic skyscrapers everywhere, such to the point where it's kind of like any you know, the higher you are, like physically, is sort of an indicator of your class. So the like, you know, those with less wealth tend to live like lower to the ground, and you know, those with a lot of wealth live miles and miles in the air, in big fancy skyscraper apartments. But yeah, you can definitely find a place to land there, and you see the ship kind of comes in, like swoops low to see where you're trying to go. Will you land, or will you keep trying to lose it in the city? Bearing in mind there's a lot more regulation on your flying in the city, so you have to be careful.
Sure. Can he try push it a little bit to see if we can lose them in the traffic and
Yeah, make me a pilot check
skyscrapers?
again, then.
Yeah. He's not like full on breaking all of the laws. He's just trying to like push them. 14 plus 7 for 21.
Okay, yeah, you able to sort of dip down into a little sort of hidden spot for a moment to kind of get away, and you find that you've lost whoever was pursuing you.
So we're just on like a little landing platform or something for one or something. Where he's doing this. I know he'll come in, land, like turn everything off maybe for whatever heat sensors or something it might have, and just like take a like an energized breath. Whew. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Odd idea of fun, Orson.
He kind of like looks at you with a knowing look for what's possibly still in his pockets.
Yeah. So the question is, which one of the irons that we currently have in the fire was that about? You guys are absolutely right.
Yeah, I mean, I was writing notes down.
I don't know. Maybe something that advanced might have come from Greenbank, like a rival to your close friend.
It was certainly a little fancy ship, wasn't it?
Didn't seem like a lore ship, but then I've been out of the loop there for a couple of years now.
I wasn't military, I don't think, or if it was, I don't know. Seemed pretty fancy, a little advanced for their scientist type. Don't like to give those toys out too early.
And whenever they do, they go to the military first before they go to the private sector, ma'am.
I didn't say it was private sector.
I was just agreeing with you, but making an additional comment.
I mean, we have a few other irons, but I think we're picking up more and more as we go.
I don't like the fact that we find secret information and then all of a sudden we're attacked by a secret ship that no one's ever heard of before.
I mean, we probably should find some of those rebels somewhere and hand that off sometime.
I may be adding 2 and 2 together to get 5, but It seems odd to me, at least.
Yeah, we've been running into that type of group a lot lately. I don't know if it's just a little jumpy and noticing them everywhere, or
Said it didn't look like the one that was at Spence Bar. Their voice in the sky.
No. Doesn't look like anything from Sven's.
But it was it a similar type of ship?
This one?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay. I just remember you mentioning there was a stealthy looking craft.
Yeah,
then.
there's definitely like stealthier ships, and then there is like, you know, this is like the Blackbird SR one or whatever it was. Like, you know,
Oh
this
boy.
is yeah.
yeah.
If there was anywhere that could afford that kind of advanced technology, you'd think it would be the... Oh, fuck, I forgot what I called. I was going to call them the Empire, just on instinct.
Astron.
There you go.
Yeah, Steve.
Yeah, if anyone was going to have that kind of advanced technology, it'd be them. I would think. Again, I'm just spitting out ideas, Captain.
No, I agree with you. Like, Orson said, we need to find some rebels real fast. Or else we're not going to live to see this information offloaded.
We're still on route to get the T-set, aren't we? We don't have it yet.
We're stopped on a planet on the Ray.
Yeah.
Straight.
Alright, so let's give it a couple of hours. Scramble our IDs. See if we can't slip out in some traffic.
I'll keep my eye on the scanners, Captain. And the
Are you-
window, because
What?
it didn't
why
show up
don't
on the scanner last time.
Why don't you see if you can use some of that sensor data that we got or didn't get to trick our scanners into being able to look for that thing?
Good idea, Captain. Assuming I can do that.
You can certainly try.
That systems, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Ooh. Ooh, that's a 26. No. 27, excuse me.
So, you're not going to be able to get a way to scan.
For that kind of ship,
to be able
because
to
we're not sure
scan
what we're
that
looking
ship,
for?
yeah. But you were able to get some of the sort of metadata about their jamming stuff. And basically it seems like whatever that was, it's not systemic jamming like yours. Like, it's not, you know, a digital thing. It's something else, like a material or something that is actually blocking the signal.
I repeat this information to the captain.
Are we able to use that information to look for it? At
No,
all?
you won't be able to look for it.
All right, well, that's more information than we had before. Good job. H,
Okay.
I guess we're just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Your old-fashioned way is far different from my old-fashioned way.
I mean, I was just gonna look with my eyes.
That's very old-fashioned.
I mean, that's the only way we're able to see it, H.
I know.
Unless you have something else that I'm missing.
Not yet.
Well,
What?
I'll keep an eye out, Captain.
All right.
What are you guys going to do then? Wait for a while, I assume?
Yes, but Kira's gonna stay in the cockpit.
Okay.
I would ask if there was like a tarpaulin we could pull over the ship for a bit. But I'm guessing not on this fancy fly deck that we're on, so...
Yeah, probably not.
He probably would have parked... I imagine we're kind of like middle. Like we're on some sort of middle of the way, probably in a whole bunch of traffic, because I don't imagine the tippy top people want all the traffic.
Yeah,
But, like, I wasn't going to go down to like the real low ground level stuff,
Yeah.
so we're probably in the middle where there's just, you know, the big old traffic lanes weaving their way through the city or something.
For sure, man.
I don't know if it's some
Can
sort
I-
of private parking space or not, but
While we're sitting here, can I open up the cargo bay and just have like a little lounge and look?
What? Sorry.
For the ship. Just
Oh,
ship
I see,
watch
I see.
for
I
a
see.
bit. Yeah. Maybe lay on top of the Osiris Gypsy.
Yeah.
Watch
Yeah.
him.
Give me a perception check then.
Oh, I'm much better at those than I am investigation. Let me open up my sheet. I'm gonna use my inspiration. Yeah, that's more like it. 21.
21. Okay, you don't see the ship. You reckon it's probably moved on by now. You think it's probably safe to travel relatively soon.
I will make my recommendations to Orson and the captain.
just casting my mind back, when you said like we're on official business, you like sent the job code for the T-set, right?
Yes.
So you broadcasted that to them, so if they picked it up, they know where we're going in a very official capacity.
Yep.
Indeed.
Yeah. Dawson's just... Dawson? Orson. I've now gone into the 90s. No, I can't get it out of my head.
Your name is Orson.
Mhm.
Orson Kenosha Kane.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Jade is not helping. I just got the theme tune like in my head, and now Dawson's terrible smile. Yeah, Orson's just gonna like probably like look to the couch and not even really have to say that, and be like, "Do we fly casual?"
Real casual.
He's gonna like take off, like follow a few traffic kind of shipping routes or whatever out to try help mask what we're doing, and then head out. And he's pretty certain that ship is faster than theirs, so even if he like gunned it, we're not gonna beat them to the thing. So we're just gonna have to try to do it stealthily. Also, when we've like left the regulated space, swap the ID.
Yeah, sounds good. But yeah, your journey continues on.
We are now the tipsy stranger.
You're now the tipsy stranger. Love it. Yeah, for sure. And you
Like an alcohol delivery
yeah,
freighter or something.
Totes.
High-end alcohol.
Party barge.
Party barge.
Love it. So, your journey takes another probably day total, but eventually you fly ahead to a point where you can see Altair ahead of you. It's a relatively small planet, and looks very green from far away. I think I have the scanner stuff prepared, so I'll grab that.
Any messages or reply
No
over
messages.
the course of the next day? Okay.
Yes, here we are. Where's the chat? Apologies.
In Facebook or?
Yes, yeah,
Hang on.
putting it in Facebook.
Okay, cool.
Just gotta add that. No, that's weird. I got that the wrong way around. There we go. Sorry, I fucked that up a little bit there. But yes, atmosphere breathable, good. Biomes temperate. Temperature 17 degrees. Hazards toxicity warning green. Flora and fauna dense. Population status sparse.
What does the toxicity warning mean?
Means that there's some proportion of the air on the planet that is toxic, but a green warning means it's nothing to worry about, and will, you shouldn't be in any danger from it. Is basically what that means.
I've been spelling it like the Assassin's Creed character.
Yeah, that's exactly how I thought it was
I
spelled.
Yeah,
was
it's-
too.
it's-
I was too.
It's Altair. It's not.
Yeah, I know.
Any
I know
weird
that's how you were
fanciness.
pronouncing it, but I was just writing it as Altair, but saying Altair because it kind of works. But oh well.
Apologies to disappoint.
It's okay.
Um,
So this was a fancy planet, but is it
yes.
population sparse as in like it's a luxury planet, so there's not that many people on it?
There's definitely not that many people on it. Yeah, and it's very rich.
Okay.
So yeah, you kind of get the impression that this place is almost like holiday homes or something. But you fly towards the proffered coordinates, and you arrive at a kind of small, what looks to be, this is maybe more a thing for Brits, I'm not sure, but you get those farms where they don't actually really do any farming, but they're just there for the sort of country gentleman lifestyle. Designer welly boots kind of thing. It looks
like
like
a
one.
ranch-ish. Designer ranches.
Yeah, yeah. It's meant to look rustic, but it's like crazy expensive. But you arrive at a place like that.
Can I just say he's not going to take the obvious landing pads if potential and like land somewhere close to the location or like within walking distance kind of thing, or transit or whatever, but like we are still being followed and expecting something, so I wasn't going to like land outside the front door or in the large spaceport or whatever, potentially, if I could avoid it.
Sure. And you, when you arrive, you find a figure kind of stepping out from the large farmhouse, like these kind of exiting this like huge kind of oaken door. And he's kind of well dressed in a sort of vague suit and kind of looks, light but like and airy, but still smart and posh and everything. And as you sort of exit the ship and look at his face, he looks a little like a little confused to see you. But he certainly will wait for you to exit and then kind of give you a wave to sort of show you where to land and everything. And when he comes out, he will, or when you come out, he'll introduce himself. He says, "Hello there, my name is Marcus Ono. Good to see you all. Can I ask who you are?"
Kira Emanuel with the Massage Gypsy. We're here for the tea set.
The tea set. Oh. Well, your colleague has already picked it up, I believe.
Did they now?
Yes, they did. Came here just a few hours ago, actually.
Fantastic.
Can I interest you in some tea or refreshments?
How about a description of our colleague? We have so many, you will understand. Want to make sure that we give credit to the right one.
Of course. She was average height, shaven head, quite fetching. Had a rather, I suppose, sullen demeanour. Was dressed in sort of, I would say, militaristic armour, actually. Is this ringing any bells?
It's ringing a few bells.
Good. Yes, she said she was a colleague of yours and gave the correct ident number, so, well, I handed over the tea set.
Fantastic. You understand that we want to catch up with our colleague as quickly as possible.
Oh, my apologies. And he fishes into his pocket and pulls out a little card or memory sort of card and hands it to you and says, she left you this, said you'd want to pick it up before you move on to your next job.
Fantastic, thank you.
My pleasure. Will you be needing anything else from me?
No, I think that's quite all right. Thank you, and we'll be off then.
Excellent. Well, please don't hesitate to let me know if there's anything I can do.
As people kind of turn away or start to part, Orson just kind of leans in and goes, "You don't sell anything, do you? Or know what's good to buy on Altair?"
On Altair? Well, here we generally stockpile various Lafair teas, and produce artisanal tea sets. As for things to buy on Altair, well, we're not really a commercial community.
If you had to, take a keepsake of your time spent on this planet, what would it be?
Well, and he sort of gestures to the farm and he says, well, if you were looking for something with a little use, I would recommend one of our fine Blackstone tea sets, but, well, if you're looking for something a little more, I don't know, natural, one might look for some of the uncut piece of the Blackstone that can be found here.
know what? Sounds like a great idea. And he'll like slap the man on the shoulder kind of thing. And I'm pretty sure I can find some sort of blackstone artisan or something in the city.
Yes. The town is probably a good place to look for that. We don't really have a city here.
Great. Sure.
Right. Well, it is almost time for tea, so I'll be off.
So before we go, does this guy seem like he's the kind of type of like hoity-toity kind of rancher type person, like in his mannerisms and everything like that? He's not basically our partner trying to like our friend trying to impersonate someone.
He seems like a butler.
Okay, so he seems like he belongs and things like that. It's not like
Yeah.
he's someone trying to like.
He's exactly what you'd expect from someone from Altair.
All right.
All right. So you guys pile back into the gypsy. What would you like to do?
So the card that I was given, is it like a message on it or anything like
Yeah,
that?
so you plug it in and there's one sort of text message, and it's a set of coordinates.
Before I plugged it in, I would have made sure, given it to H to make sure that there wasn't anything on there that they could then, like, backdoor into our systems or anything like that.
Give me a systems check, H.
That is a 16, brother.
Yeah, you think this is pretty safe.
It's clean, Captain.
All right. Get the coordinates. Do I recognize where the coordinates are?
They're very nearby, like next planetary system over.
And they're just the coordinates, nothing else.
Yeah.
I assume you know our new acquaintance, Captain?
Yeah, you didn't seem too surprised by the description.
I mean, it's just military type. I wasn't going to give anything away to him.
Sure.
I mean, the description didn't sound familiar, did it?
Not a shave-headed pirate queen out for revenge. It's not a renegade psychic warrior we saw in a fuzzy cam footage once.
Yeah.
Or
Make me
just a military check type.
We'll say insight.
Can I get go?
Yeah. You and Kira can make the insight checks.
Because they're the only ones that saw the footage.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she showed all the information to people. But...
I think she gave all the information. I don't know if she showed it. That's up to her.
Yeah.
But you two can make the check.
23.
I did not get 23. I got like 13.
Something. It
12.
sounds exactly like that kind of person.
Like which one? They said two different things.
Like a person with a shaved head doing kung fu stuff in grainy camera footage. Like the clothes description, everything sound very similar.
Okay, so Kira would not say I have no idea who that is then.
She has, by definition, an idea.
Yeah. I think I might know who it is. And go ahead and get us off planet and heading towards those coordinates. And I will let everybody know who I think it is. And then I'm gonna go get the stuff from the safe after we're off planet.
Right. Do you mind if I just, nip to the town quickly? Take about 20 minutes?
Sure.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
All right.
So he's basically going to fly into town, then dash out, and find someone selling either uncut pieces of black stone or like some sort of artisan, and what he wants is like one of those stone pestle and mortars, but made out of the stone from here, and he's gonna ship that to his mum.
You can find both of those things.
Sweet. How much does it cost on this?
We'll
Steam
say
Planet.
25 units for the mortar and pestle.
Sure. We'll take that from here then.
Right. So.
And then he's gonna,
Yeah.
you know, can they send it directly from here to the frontier, gift wrapped, that kind of thing?
You can, yeah. Well, I mean,
he's probably-
yeah, there's a post office in Altair that's pretty quick, so.
Sure, he's probably not going to be able to get there and visit, especially, so, you know,
Yeah.
quickly, like, write the gift card in some flowing script or something and get it sent off.
Yeah, for sure. But you,
So
yeah,
that sweet
you can
homemade
send
with
it
Emmy
off, no
spice.
worries. Yeah, worth it. But yeah, you take off again afterwards, flying your way back, following the coordinates to one of Altair's moons, which happens to be pretty much unpopulated, and aside from what is a large number of flower gardens grown all over it, specifically designed to look pretty in the night sky. The coordinates lead to a place on the far side of that moon. And when you approach, you see the ship sat in its own on its own in a kind of small field of plains, and you see a figure sitting on the there's like a kind of set of steps down from an open door, and the figure is sitting on that on those steps, looking up at the ship and waiting for it to approach.
To be clear, Kira did show everyone the footage.
Okay, sweet.
And I guess once we've settled down and Demi, you're with me. H. You're with me.
Of course.
Of course. And Orson, you want to stay with the ship or you want to come with us?
Depends how quick a getaway you want, I guess. And I'll stay here for now. It's okay.
Keep your comm open.
Wave you away.
Keep your comm open, and I'll keep mine open. That way you can at least hear what's going on, maybe. And if you hear terrible screaming, you run out and you get me.
Just you, Captain. Got it.
Okay, we'll bring the loader bot and get everybody.
I'll send the loader bot for the others.
All right. Good
Anyone else feeling a little bit unappreciated?
Well, I'm letting you off the ship. I've asked you to come with me. That's pretty hard.
Sure, Captain. Sure.
I appreciate you in case we have to put holes in that person out there. All right, and I will approach the mysterious figure that is trying to rob me.
So, she is, as the man described, very lithe, athletic-looking, bald hair, or shaven head, sort of harsh, kind of pointed features, and she stares up at you with this very sort of calculating expression. And she slowly gets to her feet as you approach. And she'll kind of take 2 steps towards you. And she'll say, you have something of mine.
Well, that's a two-way street, because you have something that belongs to me. Now, I've been paid to make sure that gets to its destination unharmed. And if you so much as chip that, I'm not going to be, one to want to really negotiate.
She chuckles, and like you see there's like a very high-tech looking crate around the size of like a microwave sitting next to her, and she sort of pats it gently. She says, "It's fine, I promise. Do you have what I want?"
I mean, I've got a lot of things that you might want.
Do not take me for a fool.
She's not taking you for a fool. We just really do have a lot of things going on, so I'm afraid you're going to have to be a bit more specific.
We left a package of information with a certain unsavory character. That information has fallen into your hands.
Oops.
If you give it to me now, there need be no further problems, and you'll leave here with your tea set.
Can I ask a question, ma'am? She says to Kira.
You know what? Protocol out the window. Ask away.
Excellent. Why exactly did you give the information in question to a pirate?
That doesn't seem very intelligent.
Oh, I guess everyone's asking questions now. Here we go. This is going to be fun.
Mine was more of an additional statement.
Fair enough. I withdraw my previous objection.
I'm not here to answer your questions. I'm here to return what is mine. And you see her fist clench, and you see like cracks of like almost like bright light sort of start like cracking up her forearm.
Hey, do you know exactly what a missile will do to your person right now?
There are more important things.
Yeah, like making sure that some of that nonsense that happened to you doesn't happen to anybody else. So, we're going to, kind of assume here for a second that, it ain't no secret. So, how about you not? You wouldn't like it if we started pointing our guns at you. So you stop with the show and tell.
She takes a step forward.
Or I said I'm going to need you to fire up the missiles.
So the ship, which I presume was parked, maybe, just starts to like rise off the ground, and then that certain lights come on, and it's all very ominous in the dark flower field or wherever we are.
Take a step back.
She kind of stares at you and up at the ship. You see her forearms kind of calm and turn to normal.
Thank you.
What do you wish in return for the information?
See, someone close to me once said that I am only out for money. And that's a pretty fair statement. But I don't think that's the case here.
Then what is the case here?
I want to make sure the information gets into the right hands.
Mine are the right hands.
You're flying a pretty fancy ship. I don't know where you got that ship. Like my friend said here, we're interested in making sure that whatever happened doesn't happen again. My recently developed moral compass is telling me that that's a bad idea.
You will regret it if you do not give me the documents now.
Who do you work for?
That is not the way to get answers.
Enlighten me.
Very well. And you see she kind of reaches up and taps a button on her watch, and you see the ship behind her like rise up and turn towards to like face off with the gypsy, and you see like these large sort of minigun cannons like sort of fold out from the bottom and train on the gypsy.
Well, excellent. And I was afraid we were going to be friends.
Just
Well,
give me what I seek, and we can depart, and you will never hear from me or my people again.
Who are you people?
You do not want to find out.
I don't...
How far away is she?
I mean, pretty much as close as you'd want her to be. I imagine, you know, within a movement, so you can speak to each other.
And how big is that glove that she's using to
It's just like a watch.
watch?
Yeah.
Can I try and grappling hook it off of her wrist?
You can try.
Sure. What kind of roll you want for that?
For the grappling hook. Should we just say it's a grapple then?
Sure. My athletics versus her.
Oh, you may not win this.
Maybe not. Maybe not. That's a 13 on the die, but my athletics is a +8, so 21.
She got a 19 on the die for a much more than 21.
Yeah, sure.
A 31. So you like fire at this thing. She immediately dodges it, turns and like holds out her hand and throws what appears to be a sort of bolt of light. I'm gonna need a dexterity saving throw, please.
From just me?
From you and whoever's near you.
So everybody that's
Yes.
standing went out?
Yeah.
That's awesome, but it said it's a 21.
24.
Success.
13.
13 is a failure, I'm afraid.
That's fair.
Kira will kind of kick herself up off the ground. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What did you get, sorry, Kira?
21.
That's a success. So, um, 23 or 11 points of damage if you've passed or failed.
Immediately below half health.
So there's just this explosion of white light that kind of, yeah, sends you all flying, like, you burns you pretty good. Really didn't feel good. And she's just standing there, like, panting. Give it to me.
How about you turn your ship off? Because that's not how you make friends.
She's gonna start walking towards you, Demi.
I'm gonna throw one of the ice mines at her wrist then.
Okay. So make me a dexterity-based attack.
Well, that's much better. That is my proficient, or is it just my dex?
You can be proficient.
That is very generous of you, sir. That is a 24.
24 hits. So you see, like, it hits her and there's this crackling, and you see her hand kind of gets, like, sealed to her side. Her leg gets, like, pinned to the ground as just ice spreads around, and kind of binds her, like, up. And so she's kind of, like, half of her body is coated in ice that's, like, cracking, and she's trying to pull away, but she's stuck in place currently.
Just hold on a second. Both of you.
That's trying to protect me and mine, ma'am.
How far away is her ship?
Her ship is, I mean, in the air.
Oh, darn it. I thought it was parked. Okay.
No, she pressed a button and it flew up.
It's automated.
Yeah.
I'll keep asking. How far away is it?
Hypotenuse, I don't know, like, good 50, 60 feet.
Can I go up and get the watch off of her arm, like
I mean,
busting
isn't it
it through the
frozen?
ice?
Yeah.
Busting it through the.
I mean,
like, let me
that's-
finish my sentence. Busting through with like a gun to pull it off her arm.
you can, but doing so is going to weaken its hold on her and let her escape much easier.
Okay. Well, then I'll just stand real close.
Okay.
I'm like, I think you need to reconsider your manners.
I have to get it back.
Perchance as to why. You know you get more flies with honey than you do with vinegar.
Okay. All we want to know? Never mind. Go ahead.
She is just kind of staring at you, and is like pretty much has a look on her face as though she's ready to attack as soon as she's able to break free.
I'm gonna do something. I don't know if it's gonna do any good, but it sounds cool in my head. So as soon as like H is like shaking off the damage, she looks at this woman with anger and vitriol in her face, switches her glove to the shatter mode and points it right at the ship, and is trying to like shatter the bottom of it to make it useless.
Okay.
So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
The ship. Okay.
And non-magical objects have disadvantage. Let me double check that. Non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage if it's in the spell's area.
Yeah, that's an 18 total.
Okay. Takes half. I think. Let me double check that before I say something that's wrong. Half as much in a successful one, yeah. 8 plus 6 is 19, half that. So, oh fuck, 9.
9. Okay, so you see it. There's a bit of a kind of crack form and stuff, and she like shouts with a gasp, like "up!" and the ship just flies much higher.
So damaging the ship seemed to hurt her.
No,
It is.
she just
Oh, okay.
shouted.
Ordered it to go.
Yeah.
This is getting out of hand. Said you need to get her back. I'm assuming it's the other girl on the video.
She shakes her head. That was long ago. This is. I just need the information.
Here's the thing. I don't want to put this information in the hands of the people that made this video. That's all you had to tell me. Let me know that that's not you. You don't work for them.
She looks away.
It was a simple request.
Make an insight check, Kira.
24.
So she like looked away when you said, you know, you didn't have to tell me, or you had to tell me that you don't work for them. So based on that, you reckon she does?
But you do work for them, don't you?
She turns and like looks up at you. If I don't get it back, if I don't give it to them, then she's dead. They all are.
And why did you give it to the pirate queen in the first place?
I didn't. They did. They just employed me to get it back, and if I refuse, please.
Maybe I'm a little confused. Why would they give it to her only to ask you to get it back?
They were trying to find ways of recruiting more. And they wanted to give her the information in order to, I don't know, show her what we need. But, well, when the news came to light that they were gone, that she was dead, they wanted it back.
So they wouldn't want the person that had this information, they wouldn't want her, the people you work for wouldn't want her dead?
Zella?
Yeah.
They don't really care. They just want their secrets.
I mean, we can have this whole noble standoff where I plead with you to throw off the shackles of your old masters, and we can help you save the others. But I don't know if that's going to work or not. I'm
Look.
not really one for stirring speeches either, so.
Look. These people will stop at nothing, and I have worked a lifetime just to be allowed to leave their compound. The others have no chance, and we have no chance of getting out unless we comply.
Unless we can what? Sorry?
Comply. C-O-M-P-L-Y. Comply.
Yeah. Here's the problem with that. We hand you this information, and you go back to your masters, and they're gonna say, well, gee, where'd you get this? And that's just gonna put a mark on my head and every single person that works for me. So my only hope is making sure that your bosses don't get this information.
Please. There's lives at stake.
There are lives at stake. My life, her life, their lives. Now, if you really want to help your friends, and they're not already dead, and you're not going to be stuck working for them, forced to comply, your only chance is to fight. This is your opportunity. It's to save your life, and if you're lucky, some of theirs. I'm only offering this once.
Make a persuasion check.
$26. Right? Yes, 26.
You swear you'll help me? Our eyes are like very wide.
Yeah. Because it's the only way either of us are getting out of this one alive.
Alright. Alright, fine. And she just like closes her eyes like she's terrified of the decision she's making.
Is that bird of yours? Is that your bird?
Yeah.
And you're free and clear. They
Free.
can't track you.
She shakes her head.
Alright. Here's the deal. I've really got to deliver that tea set. So, right now, that's my thing. Alright? You can come with me, or I can give you, you come with me.
She nods.
We got space. You go, my two friends here are gonna go, and you're gonna get everything you can off that ship. Then we are going to lower all of its defenses, take any secrets that you can, H. Alright? Anything you can about that technology, any samples, anything you need before we go, okay? So we can figure out how to track this fucking shit.
Alright, Captain.
Once all of that's done, we are gonna blow the shit out of that ship. And then we're gonna deliver that tea set unharmed, because that is our job. And then we are gonna work to make sure we're gonna help. We're totally gonna help.
Alright.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your name?
X6.
X6. Oh, okay. Well, X6. I'm Kira. This is my crew. You'll meet the doc later, because he's probably going to want to check you over.
He ain't that kind of doc, though.
No, he's a kindly gentleman who's going to make... Okay.
He's got lollies. Do you like horse fruit?
I don't know what that is.
You're going to find out.
Oh, darling, you're gonna love it.
Alright, you two go... get their stuff as much as you can, H.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back onto the ship and okay.
Okay. And
Sorry about mining up your personages.
it's okay. It's okay. Sorry.
But you were pointing my big guns at people I care about, so I couldn't let that stand. You understand, right?
Yeah, sorry I blew you up.
It's all right. I ain't the kind to hold a grudge. She grins.
X6 does not smile back. She just sort of...
He patiently awaits the ship to lower so she can get on it.
Like, Demi is grinning, trying to get her to smile back, and it's like an awkward, it's like one of those Jane grins where he awkwardly swallows, and it was like, what's her problem kind of face.
Yeah.
It'd probably be she's still half frozen in ice, right?
Yeah, probably.
She can't take the ship down.
She managed to get up when she was frozen, I would argue.
I guess, but then it's kind of rude going on someone's ship while they're still frozen to the ground in front of it. So
I'm gonna help wiggle her out of there.
Yeah. You can get her out, no problem. And as you guys go about your various duties, we will call an end to the session now.
Sure.